Hey, Corey.
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been a while.
Where did you just come in from? From Texas, eh?
It's a lot warmer.
Trust me, it's a lot nicer than where I just came from.
Yeah, I bet.
It was
Probably
actually
better food, better conditions. But you know what? I'm fat, I'm well fed, I'm ready to do this. So I'm excited, I really am. It's gonna be neat. It's definitely gonna be different than anything I've ever done.
I think that these Arctic hunts are some of the last great adventures left on this planet. It's the coolest, the people are the best, and the animals are spectacular. So if you could travel back in time, this is how you do it. You come on a muskox hunt because these animals haven't changed in 400,000 years. There you go, the team's back together again.
Team's back together.
I was lonely without you in Pakistan.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
For your own comfort and safety.
65 degrees below zero, huh?
I got my jacket.
I hope so, because I'm gonna be climbing inside of it with you. I think everything made it, which is like a freaking miracle. So much for thinking it's not going to be that bad.
It's probably going to get a little colder where we're going to. We're in Cambridge Bay. Made it up, bitter cold outside with the wind. I mean, your hands freeze within a minute out there.
I hope we have something really big to keep all this in, because I'm gonna need every ounce of everything in every one of those bags to stay warm. After what I just experienced for like 15 minutes, I look at all this and it's not enough.
The wind's supposed to pick up to 60 miles an hour today, which will turn this into a total whiteout. One of the guides says we're going and one says we're not going. We'll see. Believe it or not, it's 32 degrees below, and there's about a 20-mile-an-hour wind. When you add those two together, the wind chill factor will be about 70 below. We've passed the go, no-go point. We're loading up and going to be heading out on the land. We're at the start of the hunt. That's the high point, where your hope is highest. And here's one thing: when you're on the land, that's when you feel the full power of the Arctic. When this wind hits us out there, that's going to be the moment of reckoning. I'm a little concerned about Corey's not been in this kind of condition before.
Jim, today's weather, sunny and cold as hell.
Yeah, it's 32 below with a 20-mile-an-hour wind. That's the same as 70 below, wind chill.
Yeah, we all sound like Charlie Brown's parents right now.
I can't hear a word. It's really windy out, low sun, but we should be able to get to the main camp, they said. It's 4 hours away across the bay, across the ice. Once we get there, it'll more than likely be a whiteout out on the land. I don't think we're going to be doing any hunting today, I'm pretty sure about that, but at least we can get out to the camp and be ready to start hunting tomorrow. The shrieking banshee of the Arctic. Imagine that land, that's where we're headed to now. It's going to be nasty, it's going to be cold, it's going to be perfect.
I'm riding in the Comatech right now, and as you can see, it's extremely bumpy. There is no image stabilization to make this look not bumpy. This is what a Comatech looks like. Imagine being inside of a NASCAR in an earthquake and not being able to look outside. That's what life is inside of a Comatech. And no matter how much it's covered up, you still get snow on you. It snows inside of the Comatech. So everybody sing with me. Comatech in the Comatech. Comatech in the Comatech. I broke my neck in the Comatech. Oh, what the heck? It's just a Comatech. So you can sing that for hours. That's about it. You know, this is what muskox hunting is all about, baby. Riding in a Comatech. Catch you on the flip side.
We just stopped for a quick break and to pick up some gear in this cabin. Bit of an issue. One machine has got a problem. It looks like it's got an issue with the fuel pump. Not sure what's wrong. These guys are amazing. They'll take these things apart. You know, we're warming up inside the cabin. They're outside in this 70 below, taking these machines apart to fix it. Unbelievable. Tough guys.
I would feel like my fingers would just fall right off right there.
I've got gloves, hand warmers, a great big giant wolf skin, and it's 70 below, and I mean, literally in seconds, our fingers would freeze. That's amazing. How come your hands don't freeze right off?
They're broken in.
They're broken in.
The skin got tougher, eh? From layers and layers of peeling.
Is that cold, that cold, eh? Jeez. It doesn't get any better than this. Am I cold?
There's worse places to break down. At least we're here at this hotel out on the ice. You know, at least stay here for a few days, stay warm together, get to know each other better. It's all relative. There's worse places out here to break down.
There's worse places in the Arctic to break down.
Yes.
There's very few places in the world that are worse to break down. We've made it out onto the ice. We've actually crossed the strait onto the mainland south of Cambridge Bay. Been going for about 2 hours. We're still only halfway to where we're trying to get to set up camp. Fortunately, we're here in Randy's trapper's cabin. Up in the Arctic, you can make plans, but you know, man plans and God laughs. The guys are gonna take all our gear off one of the sleds, put it all on the other sled, and we'll share. They're gonna go back into town with the broken machine on top of the sled, and they're gonna replace that machine, get a new one. So it's, we got a bit of a solution, but we're dividing up the team, and that's not good ever. But we don't have a choice in this case. Otherwise, this expedition's done. We made it. The camp is bitterly cold. Took about 6 hours, I'd say, to get here. Now, this is our camp for the hunt. This is the Arctic in all its amazing splendor. Cold. It's like someone took beauty and froze it. Beauty, solitude, the Arctic. My hands are burning as they warm up.
That was a long day.
It was over 70 below wind chill.
I had been in maybe in the 30s in my life in a mountain hunt, but the wind wasn't blowing. I didn't really think it was cold, but and we were in 30 to 40 below today, but when that wind, I never even thought that anything could exist in anything like that.
That's the Arctic, eh? And it can get colder. I was out here one year in April with Charlie Bolt. We went from Kugluktuk right down to the tree line and all the way through, and great big loop looking for barren land grizzly bear. Actually, you know when I say we're living like kings?
Oh yeah.
You heard me say that? That came from that trip. It was like day 12 and we were almost out of food. We had a cup of soup each and a pilot biscuit each. And I mean, we've been living in a tent like bush pigs for the entire time. And we came over a little rise and found a cabin like this, one of the trappers' cabins, except a grizzly bear had torn out the doors and windows and ripped holes in the walls. But it was a shelter, right? So we brought our tent inside, set up our tent inside, and with our last little bit of white gas, heated up enough water to make our cup of soup. And we were sitting, because we had shelter around us, relatively speaking, and had a tent inside. We're out of the wind, out of the cold, more or less.
You were pretty happy.
Yeah, Charlie looked at me as we're sipping on our cup of soup, and he says, "We're living like kings." And that's, I mean, at that instant, at that time, in that place, we were living like kings.
Then the level between existing and not existing isn't much either sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's it, eh? You're
living
living like
3 inches.
Yeah, living like a king or dying like a frozen dog, it's 3 inches. Like literally, that's the difference. But right now, right here, right now, we're living like kings, Corey.
Living like kings.
It really feels like it too.
We had a good night last night. Slept like a log. Now it's breakfast time. You can smell the bacon and the coffee and tea. You can hear one of the machines outside warming up right now. This all bodes well for the day.
It's our first morning of the muskox hunt, which you can see it's very bright out. On every other hunt that I've ever been on, I would think we would be out by now. But right now we haven't even got breakfast ready, and we've been up for probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because I don't think anybody wants to get in a hurry to get out there. Apparently we're where the muskox are, so it shouldn't be too far from them. So I'm just trying to work it out in my mind. I'm thinking that these guys probably want to get it done in the warmest part of the day if they can.
They said it's a little nippy. And for these guys, when they're saying it's a little nippy, that means for us it's bitterly, bitterly cold. One of us in this camp is hearing the call of nature. It's 70 below outside, literally, and I've got to figure out how to do this. What's the trick, guys?
Squat.
Squat,
That's the
face
trick
the wind.
right here.
Basically get stuck to the snow. Carl, listen, will come help you.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet that I could be screaming out there and nobody. You hear anything? I don't hear anything. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. I'll be back.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Pull hard and push hard.
Go hard and push hard.
Every single thing up here is hard. There's nothing easy. How'd it go?
Holy. Never again. Nasty a day as you want to head out hunting. It's clear above, but there's such a ground drift from the wind being so strong that I think once we get up on the height of lands, it's going to be tough to see, but we'll find out once we're up on top. It's not looking good, eh? Like serious, the wind is blowing hard and it's, we're hunting it. I don't think it's...
The best weather?
Nope.
How do you feel about shooting a bow in this?
I think it's going to be really, 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 really difficult.
You think you'll be able to do it?
I don't think so. I think it's too cold, too windy, because I have to take all this off and try and sneak up. I'll freeze. But with a rifle, you'll be okay. Fantastic. This is Uncharted. This is so far from civilization. This is as extreme as it gets in hunting. This is the edge of human existence right here. The best. Not a monster, but that's old, eh? That's as big as that was going to get. It's just different genetics.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, you should have seen. We were just driving on the sleds.
Yeah.
All you could see was the big hook coming out of the fresh snow.
Really?
Yeah, the guy stopped instantly and came over and started digging it out.
That's wild. Ain't no telling how long that's been here.
No, I mean, up here in the Arctic, something like this could sit here for 100 years because everything's dry. I mean, look at these ridges. To survive up here, this animal, every one of those ridges was another day earned.
Tell usually when they're young, they're full and round. This has got a lot missing on both sides.
Oh, okay, so they're cut straight up flat, and then
Yeah, when they're young,
and then they start busting all this off from fighting.
Yeah.
And that white ivory on the end without the black tips, again, just old, right?
Yeah,
This is what we're looking for.
most definitely.
Yeah. We just need to find the exact same thing, but with a whole big hairy body attached to it.
Yeah.
And walking.
And walking, yeah, hopefully not under the snow.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that don't hunt wouldn't understand, but already our hunt is a success. Just to find evidence of the animals we're after up here, that makes it a success. That's part of the hunt. That is natural history. That's what we are. I mean, explorers, natural historians, and hunters. It's all the same. Explorers, hunters, one and the same.
I wouldn't doubt it, yeah. I bet.
He said the cows and calves are like bunched up more than the bulls.
Yeah.
Is that how it was when you seen them before?
Yeah, exactly. Both separate. That's really cool. How many is there? 5 or
It
something?
looked to be 4 to 6 to me. I just
Yeah, I can't
looked real
tell.
quickly.
As soon as my eyes are in the wind, they water.
It's brutal.
You can't see. Looks like there's 4 of them, maybe. I don't know. They're trying to figure out which way to go.
Go behind the shower, walk up.
And then glass it.
Yeah, that's on top of that.
See what we can see. Try and see if they're bulls or how big. Let's go find out if they're bulls or if they're old bulls. And
Then we go from there.
We're hunting.
good. We found a muskox. The last ice age. We spotted 4 muskox. I think they're probably bulls because they're together. We're going to work our way all the way around, sneak over hill, glass them, and see exactly what we're looking at, whether it is 4 bulls and if there's anything old enough to go after. We'll play it by ear and we'll see if we can make a plan to get closer to them.
It's an amazing sight.
That's the one that's the 1/3 from the right, eh?
Yeah, the heavy wide
Fighting.
one.
I guess there's 2 old ones, and one has a lighter color boss and the other is darker. And we're trying to figure out which one is the better to take.
The white one is at the very back. I just got a glimpse of him, but I can't.
These guys are a lot more experienced in this than I am. You know, I'm the least experienced person out here in cold weather, so I'm really just gonna rely on them to help me do everything, double check, triple check, make sure everything's right. These really amazing guys, awesome, very friendly. Just we're sharing this moment together in a beautiful part of the world that I'll never forget. So I'm gonna try to do this the very best way that I can. Try to make sure that we make the best shot that we can. Okay, let's go.
He's the one on the left.
Yeah. Jim. Thanks.
Look There's no shot. There's no shot. Which one is he? Which one is he?
The one on the left right there looking at us.
The one that stood up?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
He's the one on the left.
Yeah. Jim. Thanks.
There's no shot. There's no shot. Which one is he? Which one is he?
The one on the left right there looking at us.
The one that stood up?
Yeah. There he goes.
Okay.
Is there other bigger ones in the back?
It's too far. They were done. We tried to make a stock. We just took too long getting all organized at the beginning there, and then they eventually started walking off. So we had to rush at the last second, and we didn't get into position.
My hands are freezing off.
Every situation is different out here when you're hunting. So on these particular animals, on this particular minute, on this day, we just, our team wasn't together. We'll just have to try again, and hopefully we do better next time. Really taking a turn for the worse. It was bad before, but now we're probably getting at least 30-mile-an-hour winds. There's just no way we can hunt on this stuff. They can't see without visibility. You know, the danger is that you get twisted around out in here. Your eyes are stinging. You can't. It's not possible to stay out here. It's time to shut this down. And 5 rules of hunting. We gotta go back in, get back to the cabin somehow. Too ugly, too windy. What an amazing day. We did manage to find some muskox today, that's fantastic to see those magnificent shaggy animals, those leftovers from all those previous ice ages. To see them out on their land is spectacular. And we saw them today. We got close. We almost got a shot. We don't want to chase them with the snow machines. That's not the right way to do it. What an amazing day. Pushed everyone to their limits. No one cracked, and pushed all our gear to the limits. Everyone's dead tired. It'll be some very sound and deep sleeping going on tonight in this cabin in anticipation of tomorrow's adventures.
take the last one in the back of the group.
The back, laying down.
The one way on the left.
They cannot see us anyways, Scott. They're right there out in the open.
They're not
What we can do is just walk from here and everybody else stay back.
We found 4 muskox bulls just over the ridge. They're bedded down right now. We're gonna try and sneak over. It'll be a long shot if Corey can do it. We'll see. It's not gonna be easy. We're gonna try and get over there without them spooking and running. This is it, Corey.
Okay, let's do it.
Long shot.
We're at least 350.
Yeah, it's really long.
So it's the one in the back, Bobby.
In the back, the left,
The very far left one,
far one on the left.
standing up.
Yeah. We can walk a little more that way and take it closer if they're still standing there. Maybe walk a little more down that way and get a little closer.
Yeah, we gotta get closer, would be better. For sure.
It's like this is a bit far yet. But I'll just keep walking over there and then
Okay.
a little closer down.
Yeah, perfect. Corey's gonna try a long shot across the flats. We'll see what happens. Corey's gonna try a long shot across the flats. We'll see what happens.
So it looked like to me they were much further. They're very spooky, and I think our job is only getting more difficult. We got a lot of obstacles. It's very difficult filming conditions, an animal that's hard to get close to, and very difficult shooting conditions on top of that. So it's really hard right now.
Could be worse. Could be using bow and arrow.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Buena suerte. Make sure you get that cartridge out of there.
Yeah, I will. Yep.
I think that group of muskox will eventually make a mistake if we can, just keep them in sight, or we can track them. I mean, we'll find them again. Yeah. I think you just keep stock. Eventually, they're going to end up in a spot where they're closer to the edge of the ridge, so we can get up to them. I was thinking crawling, but crawling will boy, oh boy, crawling through this stuff, you'd sweat up so bad as soon as you stop.
It's funny, as simple as it looks, you don't have a whole lot of options.
We've just got to keep going. See that one? How far is that? Just watch them. I don't want to spook them.
Yep, I can, yeah.
Cameraman, talk to me. Talk to me.
He just went over the hill.
He just went over the hill. How far? Watch him.
Which one? The front one. You gotta tell me which one. It's the one in the front?
Yeah, the one in front facing us.
Okay.
He's in the middle.
He's in the middle.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah.
Wait for the other two to kind of move away from you.
Okay.
Take the shot.
So Jim, he's the one facing our right, closest to us. Moving his head just a little bit to the left.
He just moved to the left there. That's him.
Okay.
As soon as that one on the right starts to go, then you'll have a shot.
Okay. If that one on the right moves a hair forward like he's doing right now,
You have no shot at the one. His rear end's in line with the third from the right, and his front end's in line with the back end of the furthest right. Just be patient. There's no rush.
I'm fine.
They're bunched up. That's their defense against wolves and defense against predators. He hasn't had a shot, clear shot. It's got to be perfect when you take the shot.
So how far behind the head?
High height,
Okay.
straight up.
Okay.
You want to be lower to the right by 6 inches less. See the little tiny snow patch on his shoulder.
Yeah. Is the other one still back there?
It's right behind him. There you go. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Tell me
There's
when.
one on the right. Just wait. Just wait. Okay. Take. There you go. Yeah, you got him. You cleared out perfectly. There he's down, Corey.
I'm really freezing, Jim. We did it. Thank you.
Corey just got his first muskox. Beautiful. There goes the other one. You hit him perfect. Perfect shot. Hey, Corey, you came to the Arctic. And you hunted an animal that was here before the last ice age. 400,000 years ago they were here.
Pretty amazing. A different hunt than you could ever imagine. It's good to be here with you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking me up here.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Are you going to shoot one of these with a bow? So we're really going to try to make the most of this right now. Jim's going further back in time. I started with a rifle now. This same herd hasn't really left, so he's going to try to take advantage of this and take another animal here with the bow, so the hunt continues right now.
This is going to be tough. Which one? The one on the right, if it gives me a shot, I got no shot at any of them. I'm just gonna move closer. Okay, you see that one? Boy, oh boy, that was cracked.
Got him.
That's the best I could do. He just went over the hill.
Looked like it was in the lung to me.
I thought it was the lung, yeah.
It's in the lung.
I gave it a lot for wind, because the wind was coming across, it was 40 yards.
That was amazing to keep your hands like that for so long, man.
When they ran over, like I saw him, he went down around the corner there. Did he just go there and lay down?
Yeah, he's laid down behind the stove off there at the bottom.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
So that's as far as he went?
Yeah.
Okay, it must have got lung then, the back of the top of the lung.
If you didn't get a vital or something, he would.
He'd still be, yeah, no, if he's up high, if it was too high up in the meat, he would have been right with those ones running. No, he just went over. I saw him going over the hill with the other two, and then the only two came out.
Good job.
We did it. Over to you.
All right.
Oh, Corey, he's beautiful.
Look at that.
All right. Come on. Come on, everybody.
Thanks, guys. So is this the shedded fur? Like from old?
Yeah, civic.
It's got a feather in it. Look at this.
I think it's one of the most amazing animals in the planet. Look at him, Corey. He's beautiful. And every ounce of meat we'll take back and use it in the village, eh?
Most definitely.
Thank you guys so much for bringing us out here to do this. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Now, and the cool part is we all get to eat this tonight. No more freeze-dried, at least. It worked out. Let's go find yours now, huh?
Yeah. The two that are left in the bunch are out there.
Yep.
And mine's got to be, it just went over, like I watched it walk around the corner there. It's got to be right over here somewhere. There it is right there.
There it is right
It's
there. You think it's done?
We got him.
Good job,
We got
Jim.
him. I was a little concerned that it was too high and too far back because the wind, I gave it a lot. Holy. We got him.
One shot.
I just want to walk by myself, Corey.
Okay.
Just want to go by myself. I don't want an animal to suffer. I was really, really worried the whole time we were doing Corey's recovery and pictures. As a hunter, every hunter feels that. Every hunter knows when you think you made a bad shot that you think maybe you caused an animal to suffer. That's the worst feeling in the world. And now to come over the hill and find my bull, I got him. I got him with one shot. It was a good shot. And now it's relief and sadness too, because it's, we came all this way out into the middle of nowhere in the Arctic. We didn't have to come here. We didn't have to come here to hunt. But if we wouldn't have, we never would have had the experience of hunting with Inuit hunters. They're the survivors of 4,000 years. To not appreciate that this animal is part of their existence, the life and death of humans and the animals interacting so beautifully and balanced. If you don't accept that, then you're not a hunter. Muskox. You can see how the snow is all blowing in around him. He probably just got over the hill and died. It's a huge responsibility to accept that everything dies, everything has to give up its life so that everything else can live. It's life begets death begets life. And I'm so thankful that I'm a part of that. I'm so thankful that there's places in this earth that balance is still there. A hunter's thanks.
Hey, George, my compliments to the chef.
We're eating like kings.
We're definitely eating like kings.
It's really good. I mean, the muskox itself is
Really nice and tender. You know, everywhere that we go, and Jim and I have hunted together all over the world, it's funny how things change in different spots, but no matter where you go, so many things are always the same. You know, people enjoy the food, they enjoy the meal of the animal they take, and everybody prepares it a little bit differently, but it's all the same. It's guys sitting around telling hunting stories.
What with us is what we normally cook out on the land.
Yeah, well, some people might want something different, but Jim and I, we wouldn't want it any other way.
it can't get more perfect.
Yeah.
We're going on to this polar bear hunt, and I can only hope and pray that those guys that we're going to go with over there know half as much about the animal as what you guys did. It's really, really, really special that y'all shared it with us. Really, really awesome hunt.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really tough for your friends in the Eastern Arctic to show us a better hunt, a better time, and better friends. That's going to be really tough.
Well, every hunt's a different experience, eh?
Every hunt is a different experience.
Couldn't have said that any better.
That's exactly right. Amen to that. Amen to that. It's beautiful, right? Yeah. Up here in the cold, it just carries for 100 miles. Yeah.
Sometimes if you wait for a while too, just listen, you'll hear a faint response.
You hear them out there calling back.
Yeah.
Predators calling to each other.
Yeah.
Today we're the predators, the Arctic. Fantastic, beautiful, remote place.
Gotta love it.
So yeah, from what the email said, it looks like it's a pretty big deal. I don't know that we've ever been invited anywhere to come hunting.
I think the muskox we can actually hunt. The polar bear, that's we're there as objective observers. You can't pass judgment. We're just there to be with them, to share in the hunt with them, and that's a huge honor for us to be invited up there.
So really, this isn't like the normal trip that we've gone on. We're actually invited on this hunt, and we're really kind of documenting what goes down from the Inuit's perspective and what the polar bear means to them and why they're going to continue to hunt them, and basically how it's a part of their reality.
That's an honor that very, very few Southerners, which is virtually everybody in the world, ever get to experience. That's a big deal, and it's we can never lose sight of that while we're there, that we're there to learn.
Kawayawa ikamakuri akangititligo. Tachumane akusamnyo ilakusakarangmata. Tamakwa unikata tuindangmata. Pikatara mangata ayamay karastik unikata tuindakayangmata. Tusakat praksamayawa ananatya unikata akatakitligo. Ananatya unikata akatakitligo. Nanong banyakok pa yun ilibigay sa mayakan. Manarata taikonikat puyotavalarati. Sekat khana yuwa. Audikto kataksima yuwa. Ini usah kena oktober pibrak sama jangan takka.
That feels nice. Yeah, that's a little cooler, right? Arctic Bay.
I'm guessing we're going out there. I mean, it looks like the ocean to me.
I didn't see any snowmobile tracks, nothing.
We've made it here, and it's a lot different than I really kind of expected. It's really, really tall, big cliffs all everywhere, and then it's just like an inlet, like a river, I'm guessing, and then it goes out to the ocean. It's talking to these guys, they're talking about going way past this point 2 days out here, and just looking at it, it's pretty ominous. It's hard to get excited about feeling like an ice cube, but I think it's going to be an adventure. One of the last true adventures left is what Jim says.
Yeah, it's big loads because we got camera gear and tents and you name it.
Well, we dang sure got enough stuff with us. These guys will tell me about, he's got 20 dogs and 6 snow machines and cooks and all this stuff. He probably needs twice as many dogs, twice as many snow machines, and then we'll get our stuff halfway there before we have to turn around and get the rest of it.
Yeah, I know one thing, my hands are already starting to ice up.
I ain't bringing my hands out.
No. They said it's a lot windier out on the ice right now, and yesterday it was really windy. They couldn't even get an airplane in here yesterday.
Not very many places, Jim, that like are just like I'd imagine it, but this is kind of it, really. You know,
Yeah,
it's a bay. It's in the Arctic.
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Over 800 people here.
800 people in the
Yeah.
village. And it's all heated with oil?
Oil,
heat?
yeah.
Oil heat.
So it's extremely stark, extremely cold, extremely beautiful, and extremely old. I just wrote that.
It all rhymes. This tiny little house, it looks like it was almost a mobile trailer at one time, is the home to the oldest lady in Arctic Bay in this community. She's supposed to be in her 90s, and if anybody remembers the old days and the old legends, the stories, and has a sense of the traditions, it'll be her, I'm hoping. Okay? She was born in Arctic Bay.
Come on in, Uniculi. Near Chesterfield Inlet.
Near Chesterfield Inlet,
Chester.
outside of Chesterfield, on the land.
Yes.
And before snow machines,
Sige daw kami dito kamakan. She started coming here from Igloolik when there was only 2 houses here in Arctic Bay.
oh, really?
This Ulu used to use to scrape that off from scale.
From like polar bear, yeah, okay.
She'll demonstrate.
Okay. So there,
Or you can also hold it like that and cut it like that.
okay. So if they're making mitts, they'd cut a shape for the mitt and then sew it up.
Yes. That's what she made in here.
The sealskin mitt.
Sealskin mitts that are made like that were used to make igloos.
Okay, that's what they use.
That can be used for anything. Like if the skin is very hard and dry.
Oh, then they break it down. Ah, okay. So it's kind of the same as this one.
Yeah, but stronger.
But stronger and curved blade on it.
Yes. What she used every day, very important for her.
That one is a very important one.
Yeah.
Okay. This fat?
Yes. And that fat.
Right here?
Yeah. Our seal meat.
Seal meat fat, okay.
That's her stick too.
To move.
She's now pumping it to make the fire bigger.
The fire bigger. Okay, so she makes it bigger, make it warmer.
Yeah.
Ah,
She's turning the thermostat higher.
that's a thermostat.
She cooks everything with that.
She cooks that too.
She makes panic. She makes tea, hot water.
Oh, from the hook here.
Yes.
Oh, so she hangs right over top. Oh, it's hot. It's actually hot, eh? And she made that from hanging on the hook.
She'll give you panic made from kudlik.
Made from Kugluk. Kugluk Bannock.
That panic's made out of meat.
And she made this herself.
Yes.
It's fantastic. In my family, if someone gives me food, I must give her back some food. So tell her when we go out to go with the polar bear hunt with you gentlemen, if we get my share of the polar bear, I will give to her.
She'll keep that in mind and wait for your meat.
Thank you so much for sharing all this time and stories in her home, and for allowing us to come and be part of the traditional hunt for the polar bear. We really, really appreciate that.
Teemänä uko inu on ikkotinaakin. Teemänä supui jokainen nikkumukisiana kolleena. Paano sieltä? Näkyykö ainoastaan? Inuiseven puolella. Nuna kalaukatte perjaaseen. Kun vielä tiedässäni, se haahtumit. Pitakajawan kaumakti yung pitakajawan. Anil yun ito pati ko nung nakatigiya ka umasakluti. Kudling ikumanguliti mo ito. Igalangi aw bakti kuruluti. Kisyo may man ito hasip tumit saksaw mo kang. Kalunan ito nito kulaw si man. Tusakpag lang kalunan. Ang iyo araw na siya. Umiarjara kami jual. Takulah semana matus taku jumpa waktu. Terus saya berdatang ke istanaku. Ini saksi matunya tiap teman-teman. Eman oya maktur lamik, sekitomik. Itu doktormik, itu siamang, itu sakatayang tiakat. Itu kangat siawai, itu siawai. Anya kaya nga ito ay nagkapalituda ang ulog si Joalo at kami mo kay magtutino. Ang ito siya kaya magtawag siya ito ini. May biyo dyan at isi mamiyaw sa kata. Ang ito siya may itutong na ito sa mga. Kanwe ko royang nakto ito sa nakto kanya.
Pretty much everywhere in the Arctic, inside Nunavut, there's bears, polar bears everywhere. You can't even catch seal meat, fish, narwhal, because of polar bears. They just find them and eat them.
So they used to cache the food, the seal meat, the fish and whatnot. Now in Caribou now you can't even do that because the polar bears steal all the meat. Is there more bears now than there used to be? He said earlier that there never used to be that many bears here.
Yes, very much so. There's so much more bears now. Back in the days, they used to travel by dog team and trying to hunt polar bears. But very once in a while, they would come across tracks and hunt polar bear. Very rarely.
So there's many more polar bear now than there used to be.
Yes.
In the olden days, they'd go for miles and see one track, maybe.
They go for days and travel for days.
Days and not see a track.
For his experience, for growing up in the Arctic, being an elder himself, sees that polar bear population is growing. The polar bear population started to coming back healthy around 1970s.
Yeah, when they stopped the commercial harvest on it, that's when the world got together and said no more commercial harvest of polar bears. They were killing thousands every year to sell the hides. And they stopped that, and that's polar bears numbers came back, but it's not because of traditional hunting like you guys do. I mean, 25 permits is what the community gets per year. 25 bears, it's, that's based in science. but to stop it is not based on science. And it's an eco-alarmism again from the South. They make a pretty poster of an animal because polar bears are pretty, and they're an icon of the Arctic, and they make, money. They make money by making people afraid that polar bears are gone. And here you talk to these men, and they know, they live here. It's just, why don't people listen? They don't want to hear the truth, or
They've been educated the wrong way.
The truth is, there's many, many polar bears. It's good for the communities. It's good for the North, both economically, traditionally, culturally. It's valuable, and yet, precautionary principle, they make decisions not based on science. I feel bad. Tell them we're not all like that from down south. Not all of us are like that.
Tapago kangatak sa pigasing mat sa kaumasiyang. Tapago kuwetik tuwalo kami kakinasusiyak. Tapago purakat luti kuli supiyawag luti kaumang nasiyawag. Kaumang paglasiyak. Ang unasiyawag siyang sa kanyak tuwan orang mata. Inyak ayaw sakto dugo pilos luti. Uming ako pisakal luti. Aliana sarapong inune aratunga. Ay. Ako tuyong ang motivong ulok suritawa. Ay. Anak sao silang nga, inune alat tunga, Kau mati jawa sode sinilara kaibunga, Aliana sarapong inune alat tunga, Ako tuyo ang motivong ulok sulitawa. Tana isuri karakal.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Don't know the words. It was like spring. It was like the light was coming in spring and hunting. We can get out on the land now. I don't know the words, but I know what she's saying. I know it inside. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
this?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm actually worried. The first time ever. I mean, I'm not afraid, but I'm worried I'm worried because I don't think we've ever done anything so culturally significant, and I'm worried I'm not going to be able to carry my load with these guys. You know, do my fair share to be part of their hunt.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know if I've ever been to a place that's more silent than this and makes you feel more insignificant than this.
We're so small out here. This is an absolutely perfect day in the Arctic. This is the benign Arctic. The Arctic you hope for when you come up here. It's going to be a spectacular ride across the fjord lands up here on Baffin Island. And I don't want to miss 1 second of it. I'll be standing up back in the sled, just teeth facing into the wind, gritted, taking every second of this journey in. This is the best of the best. A day like today, you don't ever want to waste it up here. There truly isn't a more starkly beautiful place in the world. We've been on the ice now for about 2-3 hours. This is an iceberg. It's got the blue ice, the old, ancient ice. Could be 1,000 years old, that iceberg.
Really?
Yeah, the ice could be, yeah. When it's blue like that, it's actually fresh water. Is that blue, does that mean it's fresh water? Yeah, so that's fresh. There's not salt anymore. So it's old ice. To actually go somewhere where you find an iceberg frozen into the ice of the bay, you're a long way away from civilization out here.
And we're only going farther away.
We got another 70 miles, eh? I mean, it's gonna be spectacular. It's too cold to stand up and watch, so you can't. You just gotta tuck down inside the Comatic and...
Well, I'm good at that.
Just take your lumps and enjoy every
so
second.
70 miles translates into how many bumps in a Comatec? How many? I think we got to go BPM on this, bumps per mile.
176 bumps per mile.
I bet it's more than that. Jonah, look, you're the legendary hunter of Arctic Bay, from what I've heard in town. They said you're the best. My question for you is this. How much do I have to pay you for you to ride in the Comatec and me to drive?
You ride on the snowmobile?
And you ride in the Comatec.
You have to learn how to pull. Takes a long time.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
You just don't want to ride in the Comatec, do you?
No, I gotta look for polar bear.
You better drive.
This is perfect. We have no idea what's over the next hill. Every single hill is a new discovery. Every single hill presents a new challenge. And once we make it over top to see what's on the other side, every single hill represents a new accomplishment. This is exploring in one of the most remote places on the planet with the people that are the best at surviving in these kind of conditions. To be part of this hunt with the Inuit, to be invited along on their traditional polar bear hunt is an incredible honor. And I don't want to miss one single second of it. This way of life will be gone the next decade, 2 decades, 5 decades, even if it is mid-assimilation. Is an incredible honor, an incredible opportunity just to bear witness.
Well, it's morning 1 of our journey across the north. We're on our way to a destination unknown. All we know is there's bear there. We're with our friends, the Inuit. We're traveling by Comatech, the world's most painful way of travel.
We've been invited to document a traditional Inuit polar bear hunt. And this is a traditional Inuit camp for modern times. In the olden days, this would have been an igloo. Now it's a canvas tent. But the camping spot is the traditional type of spot they'd camp in. It's actually on ice. We're sleeping on ice right now. The problem for us on this particular hunt is this young ice is 7 feet thick. The seals that live under the ice all winter right now can't breathe. There's no place for them to come up. They can't chop their way through 7 feet of ice. So what we have to find is where the young ice and the currents meet and the tides meet, and basically the ice formed since last August crushes against the ice and the sound. So the Gulf of Boothia and the sound smash against each other and create upheavals or pressure ridges. And those pressure ridges create cracks as that ice ebbs and flows and the tides come in and out. That's where the seals live, and they can come up and breathe. And of course, because polar bears live on seal, that's where we'll find the polar bears.
Polar bear came right by camp last night. Judging, from how much the tracks were blown in, he was here probably, just after we went to sleep, I'd say. He came right through here, so he had to walk right by camp. I never heard anything, never heard the dogs, nobody did. But the guys this morning, when they warmed up the snow machine, came right here and saw the tracks. He crossed over the pressure ridge. And it's definitely a big bore, 9 inches across. You can see the claws here. They've already warned me not to go too far away from camp. We could come this far just to video this, but they said don't go any further, it's too dangerous now. Because everywhere beyond here now, we can start bumping into bears. Obviously they're here now. The bear's out there somewhere. tried to travel, got as far as we could, but now we have to camp here. It's about as ugly a conditions as you can get up here after the beautiful day. Now it's ugly, ugly, ugly. This is a classic, true Arctic whiteout. The horizon is gone. You can't tell up from down. You can't travel in it. Way, way too dangerous. You can have a cliff right beside you and not be able to see it. If it's a down cliff, you're in trouble. If it's an up cliff, you run into it. These guys are way, way too knowledgeable, too switched on up here to even try and travel today. So today's a day off, which is a good thing. Everybody's getting run down. It's not a bad thing at all to take some time and organize camp. Camp is your life. This is what keeps you alive. Here's the start of our camp. This is it's Arctic char. Well, it's like a sweet fish candy. That's our snacks here in camp. All of these canvas tents are tied up to whatever's handy. Snow machines, jugs of gas, plastic containers. This is the antenna for the single sideband radio. The elders, there's 2 elders that are with us. This is how they communicate with the rest of the Inuit world up here on the Eastern Arctic. And sometimes it's the strangest thing. You get these eerie voices coming across the single sideband radio. The elders told me once when I was in the tent with them that was the ancestors reaching into our world to talk to us again through the radio. And I'll tell you, it's an eerie sound. I can't explain it. I'm not a radio technician, but I can tell you that they believe that was the ancestors coming to talk to them at night to keep them comforted and watch over them. This is our wall. It's basically a fort wall to keep the wind out. When we made camp yesterday, the wind was coming from this direction, so our tent was, the back of the tent was blocking the wind, but overnight it switched and brought in this whiteout conditions, blizzard conditions, so the guys cut the ice blocks and formed a blocking wall to protect us from the wind. The wind out here cuts through you like a knife. How you doing, buddy? Good, yeah, how you doing? They're happy that someone comes out and pays attention to them. These dogs have been the teammates of the Inuit up here. Without the sled dogs, they could not have survived up here. They're vital, vital, vital. You know, when down south, when we think of dogs, we think of pets, and they're not working animals, or there are very few working animals down south. Up here, these are working animals. They sleep out here. They don't have dog kennels. There's no protection from the elements. They're bred and they're evolved to survive in the most extreme conditions on this planet. Hey, puppy, how you doing? Hey, puppy. They're the toughest of the tough. It's a symbiotic relationship. They help the Inuit survive, the Inuit help them survive. Either on their own wouldn't survive up here. Tough animals. The longest I've been trapped in one of these tents is on a whiteout is 3 days. There's nothing to do. You just sit here and think, read.
I'm not very good either. Got plenty of time to practice.
Yeah, you might want to learn.
I feel, I mean, all things considered, we've ate good.
Eaten.
Whatever. I can't speak that great either.
No, you know what? The thing is, you learn from the Inuit on these kind of situations. Home is where you are. If I've learned one thing from the Inuit, you know, over 3 decades of hunting up here, it's that. I mean, it'll save your life someday. You know, we always have schedules. We have to be at the grand opening, the ballet, we have to be there at a certain time, the planes leave, we got to be there, schedules. But that's not the way it is out here. You got to, home is where you are, and get home-itis. Like if we were actually trying to get home right now, or, you know, go accomplish the goal of getting out there to find a polar bear.
It could be bad.
Yeah, you die. Right now, you're safe here till we run out of food, which sure is heck not gonna.
The way you're eating could be about 6 o'clock. I think we have to come up with some competitive game to pass the time.
Hey, can you pass me my backpack over there?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You didn't have enough caribou hair in your
You're
coffee.
so mean. But you know, the good thing is caribou hair has a very high salt content.
Let's try basketball.
All right, here's the deal. Can you use these? We got plenty. We got to go in the boot. That big boot that's open right there.
Call the shot.
I'm calling it in the boot.
Okay. Off the roof, in the hanging liner, boot liner.
Good shot.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's great. That's H to H.
Into the coffee cup sideways. What'd I do? Missed. I'm going cameraman.
Into that T, right next to the salt.
Tupperware thing we made pancakes with this morning.
Okay.
Oh, that was way off.
No, wait, we're changing. Into the camera.
Oh.
I'm looking like this is gonna win. I really feel good now. You gotta be
we did.
This is crap.
Cheese into the camera. Yeah. I say the whole bag of Twizzlers at the cameraman.
All right, I forfeit. You know, there is no winner. I'm ready just to shut you out now.
Yeah, you can try sleeping too. That's another way to pass the time.
Not with all the coffee we drank.
I didn't drink it, you have, but the weather will change. Polar bear. Look at that. That's a polar bear. That's the first one we've seen. It looks like it's a big male. All the guys are excited, so we're gonna go see.
It's over 9 feet. We could cut up our team.
Okay. Unbelievable sight here. For real. What do you think, Jim?
I think it's incredible. Just to see that magnificent animal out here on these flats like that is pretty lucky. The guys are really excited about it. They're moving around like crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get organized. The guys are getting the dogs out of the sleds and hooking it up to the actual dog team sled. And that's what they'll do then. They'll go after the bear on the dog sled. So once they get close, I assume they'll let a dog go to try and bay up the polar bear. They won't let them all go because if something happens in the traditional way, they'd be totally out of luck.
Hearing the howls of these dogs really want to go. These guys really want to go. This is their moment. This is what they live for.
Corey gets to go on the dog sled. They can only take one.
Knowing we're about to be close to one of the most amazing animals on Earth and one of the world's top predators, it's going to be a pretty neat experience one way or another. I just hope everybody stays safe and it all goes well.
You get to go right with them, right in there.
It's going to be pretty cool.
I'm so jealous. They can only take one guy on the sled.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, Corey, good luck. Have fun.
Okay, thanks.
Look at that. That's absolutely incredible. Unbelievable. This is exactly what it was like for 4,000 years. I mean, the difference is the gun instead of the bow and arrow, but it's going to be everything else the same. The dogs, the people of the north, the Inuit, and Corey's right there with them. Incredible.
Never expected to be a part of anything like that. And these guys, man, they're like a pack of wolves. This is what they want to do. This is their life. This is everything to them. As I was coming up with the dog sled, that guy asked him, I said, Jonah, what are you feeling right now? He said, I want that bear. I want to get that bear with my dog team. That's just as simple as hunting is. He looks across this giant, vast openness with covetous eyes. They want something. And that's probably what lies in the heart of hunters, a want. Thank you, Jonah, for letting us be a part of this, Jonah.
Thank you for letting us be a part of your hunt.
Yeah.
Just I was way back watching. When we were invited up here to take part in this traditional hunt with the Inuit, it was accepting a huge responsibility because I know they're entrusting me to tell the story of their way of life. It's hard to sit down south nice and warm and not judge this hunt, to see the polar bear trying to get to the hills and the Inuit after him. It's life and death. I mean, it's literally life and death for an icon of the Arctic. And to see it through our southern eyes is very difficult. You have to try not to anthropomorphize it to make the animal feel like we feel. It's not that. There can be one apex predator. These Inuit and the polar bear are one up here. And I was really afraid that we may not be able to tell the story that we've been entrusted to tell up here. My greatest fear is that people, after watching this, will still judge these Inuit. I just hope that we've shown another way to think about the story of the Inuit and the polar bear up here in the Arctic.
Sun's up, new day. Getting ready to get out of here. go back, probably what's going to translate into getting home over the next 5 days sometime, and leaving Bran and Jim behind. They're saying we got to go back and deliver this bear meat, and Jim's elders saying they got to go further out. So I don't even have an option to stay. Like, my hunt's over with them. I'm leaving. That's what I understand. So it's not that I really want to, but I kind of feel like I'm leaving him behind, and it's like the reoccurring theme this year. I left him earlier, but this time I really have no choice. It's their decision. This is their hunt. It's their rules.
So you're heading back?
This is it. It's one of the prettiest days I've ever seen in my life. I can't think of a better time to say goodbye. I hope every day is like this. Love you, brother.
It's been great hunting with you, Corey. And we'll just keep going.
Yeah, I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for lives up here.
I don't know if what you're looking for lives anywhere. Hit me up on the cell phone if you need anything.
Yeah, cell phone. Yeah, okay, I'll just ring you up. Breaking down camp to be able to head out to the open ocean, hopefully, or open ocean, the Gulf of Boothia, which will be frozen over, the rough ice. That's where the bears should be hanging out. There'll be some back in here, wherever there's a little pressure ridge or a break in the ice, where seals might be able to keep a breathing hole open, or they might have their babies on the ice. But out there, further, I'm not sure how far, 20 miles, 30 miles. We should hit the open Gulf of Boothia on the rough ice, and that's where the bears will be. That's a mother polar bear and 2 cubs. Unbelievably beautiful, stark. Nothing out here except the polar bear and her 2 cubs. That is so, it's overwhelming when you see it out here. There's nothing forever, and all of a sudden
Look at this.
That's all that's left of that flipper. But you can see the blood along here. And this is the bear again right here. See me clawing this?
Yes.
Oh, you can see the actual claws. Eh? That's a mother polar bear.
Yes.
This is a baby seal. How did this all happen that the polar bear got this baby seal?
This ice we're at cracks when the temperature changes.
Oh, okay.
When it gets colder, it opens up.
Yeah.
Because it tightens when it's cold. So the seals start to make breeding holes when that opens up.
Okay.
And when they start to make babies, baby puffs, seal puffs.
Which is this time of year now in April?
Yes.
Okay.
They make little caves under the snow, between the snow and the ice.
Oh, okay.
And they give birth in there, and they raise that seal puff in there. But there's bears that travel and sniff and do some hunting for them or their children. So one bear came across here and caught this seal.
So the polar bear then searches along, smells a baby seal and busts down and catches it?
Yes, that's how they hunt.
And that's what they did on this one?
Yes.
For us down south, it's a baby seal. Who kills baby seals? But the fact is nature is nature. Life begets death, begets life again. So babies die, and we are part of nature. We can ignore it and we can say we're above it and we're somehow objective. We're not. We're part of it, including up here. These Inuit hunt. You know, they would have killed the baby seal to eat it for sure. And that's not wrong. It's not right. It's not wrong. It just is. It was a Nobel physicist, Richard Feynman, that said, reality must take precedence over public relations because nature cannot be fooled. You know, we can be fooled. We can be fooled about polar bears. We can be fooled about baby seals. But nature can't be fooled. So we have to make decisions based on reality. He was a brilliant man, obviously, and understood nature.
We've just broken a belt a long way from anywhere, and there's no repair shops around. We've already gone through one belt. This was the spare. Now it's gone. We got a problem. Now we've got another belt we're going to try, but it's too big. It's one of the other machines. So we're going to have to open up the flywheel. Right now they're trying to cool it down enough to be able to work on it. It was obviously overheated from that belt slipping. When these Inuit are out on the land and something breaks down, I mean, you just don't call a tow truck to pull you back in. Impossible. So you've got to be totally self-reliant, self-sufficient. You've got to be a mechanic and about 3/4 wizard.
Yeah.
Right now, I can smile about this because I know that these guys can fix it somehow. I've seen them use strips of walrus hide and freezing it to make struts. It's incredible what they can do. Looks like we've got this machine repaired, but that's one more spare part we don't have if something else breaks. We're 3 days away from any kind of help at all. 3 days travel for them to get to us, 3 days for us to get to them. There's gonna be a no-go point where we're gonna have to start heading back. But we're not at the no-go point yet. Spotted a polar bear going across ice. I think it's by itself. Not sure. Do you see it? More to the left. More to the left. spotted a polar bear going across ice. I think it's by itself, not sure yet. Do you see it? More to the left. More to the left.
It's got a baby. It's got
Got a baby. 2 cubs. It's got a small one. Female with 2 babies. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Lots of polar bears, eh? Polar bears everywhere over here.
Yeah. Lots of bears.
Incredible.
We'll go set up camp on that ice pack.
That big tall one over there? Okay. That's a fantastic day. We had a couple of issues, one breakdown, but it was a great day. Now the sun's setting. We have to get to some kind of a spot where we can set up a camp. That'll be our plan. Then we'll see what tomorrow brings. Good day. Good day.
Which is a good piece?
Anyway.
Anyway? Good. Looks like that's polar bear. You have to have a chunk of fat and the meat with it. And these polar bear, they survive on seal, and that's all they eat, eh? It's just seal. What else can they catch?
They eat any meat, narwhal carcass, walrus, fish, caribou, any meat they can take.
Grass.
Grass?
Sometimes.
They'll eat grass?
Yeah.
Really, eh? Yeah. But they don't hibernate. They're up all winter. The bears don't hibernate.
Mothers with cubs go into the caves in November and get out in March.
Oh, really?
Farmers no eat.
Nothing. The mother doesn't eat. Stays inside a cave. And then March she comes out with her babies and starts to catch seals with them.
Yes.
These gentlemen are elders, right? 73 years old. 73 years old. That's incredible. How old are you? 72. And they're 73, 72, and they work all day long, go all day, make the machines, make the tent, live out here like this. I'm 56. How old do I have to be an elder?
From where you live back home, if you teach a younger guy than you how to hunt or work safely and how to survive, you can be an elder. They used to live in different areas, different places. So if this place catches a polar bear, it would bring polar bear meat to the other campsite to share for the elders.
Oh, okay, so they would share. If somebody got a polar bear, then everybody would have some polar bear.
The polar bear they caught, we're gonna bring it back to Arctic Bay, and anybody who wants to have a piece of it will have the share.
So that's part of being an elder.
Somebody go with some meat from Kamotik. Yeah.
And we'll give it to people. That's all around the world. If everybody lived the same way, it would be a much better world because of that.
They have to share their knowledge to the younger generations.
Please tell these gentlemen that it has been an absolute honor to share a hunting camp with them and share a hunt with them. That's I've learned. They're my elders, and I'm trying to learn from them. And that the wisdom, I can only hope that someday I will have this much of the wisdom that they have. Lots of females and babies, eh?
Everywhere we go, we see them.
Yeah. We're quickly ending up in a corner here. We hit the rough ice and we can't get ahead. We're going to try and figure out a way through this rough ice to try and get, hopefully, to the smoother ice on the other side that we can travel through.
One of the guys is trying to see if...
Trying to figure out a way through it?
Yeah. Trying to see if there's a way to pass it. Because the smoother part is not too far from here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just a stretch of real rough stuff right here?
Yeah. It's a little too rough, so we'll turn around.
Oh, turn around?
And try and find a better way.
Okay. They couldn't figure out a way through it, so we've got to go back now. I'm not sure how far, and try and figure out a different route. Our forward momentum has just stopped. Rocks. These rocks are tearing up the Teflon runners on the sleds and ripping up the track on the snow machines. The bad news, you break your track out here ripping to shreds on these rocks. This idea, this quest to get to the far side is turning into more of a struggle, an ordeal. The snow is deep and soft. We're having trouble making any headway. If we try and go up on top where the snow's harder, there's too many rocks. We can only just keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Made it to where we were trying to get to, but now we can't go any further. We've hit rough icebergs blocking the way out into the Gulf of Boothia. We can't go further. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Try and find a way through it. We'll find out. What's happening?
Trying to decide where we're going to set up camp.
Where we're going to set up camp?
Somewhere further down.
I know one place I don't want to make a camp. Right against that thing. It's like a giant monolith. Yeah. It's like, behold, it's thousands of years old. Right? Where did it come from? young, I used to read National Geographic and dream about being in those wild places with those hunting cultures, hunter-gatherer societies. You know, and standing here in this place with the Inuit as part of their hunting group, you get a sense of how they're fighting to maintain their culture and the pressure that we're putting on them from the south. You know, that culture is changing, and it's changing around the world. I don't know that there's any place that, you know, our influence hasn't affected, and you can't blame them. Well, why would you? You want better medical care, better education. You want the luxuries that we have: television, internet, cars, snow machines up here. But I worry that the harmony's gone. That perfect balance is starting to become unbalanced in this world. And once it's gone, it'll be gone forever. It'll never, ever, ever come back. The thing that maybe I'm searching for might not even exist out here anymore. As this world progresses and the cultures, the hunting cultures, slowly assimilate, that's a sad thing. That's a loss for the world, a loss for all of us. That's a lady that's very happy that we brought the polar bear meat to her. We've finished our hunt up here in Arctic Bay, Nunavut territories in Canada. An incredible, incredible experience into the uncharted parts of this area of the world. And we met some wonderfully beautiful people. They're new Inuit friends. I know for me it was a passage. I learned, and I hope that I'm worthy going forward in my life to live up to the Inuit way, the really special spiritual thing that the Inuit have with the land, that connection, that balance, that oneness with nature. So that'll be my hope to live up to that for the rest of my life. It's been a fabulous experience. Fabulous experience. Uncharted was born in the oxygen-free, high-altitude danger zone of the Himalayan mountains of Nepal. Brandlin and I were trekking through those mountains on a hunt, and we talked about all the other uncharted parts of the world, places that people hardly ever get to, places off the beaten path. So we set that as a goal. Hunting would be the reason, but the essence of this production would be the discovery, the journey, the cultures, the camaraderie, the facing adversity. I think over this last year, during these journeys, we've accomplished all of those and maybe even added in one more that is very, very important, and that's an insight. What we as hunters / explorers / adventurers are actually about inside. What we deal with day to day, what we face, and sometimes it's demons and sometimes it's pure wonder. That's ENDEVR, the volcano. I think it's angry today. It erupted in 1994, September 19th, buried the city, gone. The natives here call the god of this volcano Kaya. You can feel the pull of the volcano is like breathing almost. It's I've never met an actual tribal god before, so we're going to go up and say hello to him. Kaya. He's angry right now.
This is the closest thing that, Bran, you are ever going to see to Mordor. Remember this day, because it's the last time I'm climbing a damn volcano.
We're going to the top of ENDEVR right now. We're climbing. The thing is erupting. You can hear it. It's awesome. You can feel the ground, the steam. It just doesn't get better.
Jim Shockey, Corey Knowlton, Brothers of the Flame.
We're going to do it. We're on the shoulders of a live volcano, and our goal is to look over the lip. Look at the power. Holy smokes. Oh, are you kidding me? You should see this. This is unbelievable, the power. This is the power that determines what will be around in 10,000 years. We are not a cosmic event. This is a cosmic event.
One of the most amazing sights on Earth. Just awe-inspiring, giant force of nature.
We're insignificant. It wants us to feel fear. We don't have to feel fear for anything, ever. Papua New Guinea is the world's largest and highest tropical island, and the cultural diversity on that island is astounding. We spent time with so many of the different peoples there, the tribal peoples, the Banings and their fire dance. We were part of it. We were embraced. We were involved. We were absorbed by Papua New Guinea.
It's a huge deal for the whole village to see this. So many people showed up behind us here.
The whole village is out. In fact, the whole surrounding areas come in from the jungles. I mean, this is so real for these people. This is their tradition. This will be our Super Bowl. You can see them working themselves up into a frenzy. The beat starts actually coming right inside your very soul. You can feel it pounding inside of you. One of the most powerful scenes in the Papua New Guinea series was the scene where the local tribal people killed a couscous. It's a possum-like creature that's on the CITES list. It's not endangered, but it's at risk. And when that happened, when I watched those hunters bludgeon that beautiful little animal to death, I felt sadness. Now, I understood it. To be there as a hunter with them, a fellow hunter, I understood the process, and I understood that it was brutal to watch. But I had to react in a way that asked the questions that I'm sure a lot of the viewers had, the non-hunting viewers that are never part of that. And I know that the question going through their mind was, don't those guys feel bad? So I asked them, yeah, of course we feel bad, but we have to do it because we eat animals. The guys have spotted some kind of a white animal up in the tree. They got really excited about it. Oh, there it is right there. You can see it. Look at this. It's some kind of marsupial, I think. What is it exactly?
Cuscus.
Cuscus. They're gonna go apparently chop this animal down. It looks like a sloth or something.
Oh, here it is right above me.
What? Yeah. So you eat that? Yeah. And what are they doing? They're going to chop it this way?
That's what they're doing. Because he's going to, when it starts coming down, he's going to hop out.
It's a beautiful, like white animal.
For them, it's dinner.
This is their traditional hunting ground. We went out with them to see their hunt. And this is what they found was this animal they're calling a couscous.
There he is.
Where is it?
I think I just saw it fall straight.
Oh, it's still
there it is.
Look at that thing. What is it? What is that thing? That's really brutal. I mean, it is what it is. Oh man. This is some type of possum. Look at the tail here. So you'll cut it all up, and put it on the fire and then eat.
Yeah,
and it's good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good protein.
I have a question to ask you. Do you feel bad about killing this beautiful animal? Do you feel bad? No?
No. Yeah, sometimes we feel bad, but it's animal.
Free.
Yeah. That's why so we kill him.
Kill him and eat him because it's food for you.
Yes.
It's really tough. I mean, I'm a hunter, but that's a tough one for me to watch that. It's a tough one. On the final episode of our Uncharted adventure into the Papua New Guinea wildlands, we had a situation that could have turned out far worse than it did. These buffalo are dangerous. They live in a dangerous place. When you pull that trigger, you're pulling it on behalf of every other person in the party. You know, each one of us is responsible for everyone else in that party. And if you make a mistake, you can end up with somebody being badly hurt or worse. Fortunately for us, it all worked out in the end. But there was a period of time in Papua New Guinea where I had very serious concerns that something had happened to Corey or one of the other cameramen or the tribal people that were relying on us to be responsible for their lives. 5. Corey and I split up a couple hours ago. We heard 5 shots, which is a lot. Corey's a good shot, so something's gone on, and I don't know what it is, but it's not good. Another one. What the heck are they doing over there? That's not good. We have to go find out what's going on with Corey. Corey, out there? We're trying to get over to where their truck is. We heard the shots from a long way away. It literally sounded like a war. You can see Corey's vehicle now. You guys here? The tracks are going this way. Corey, you out there?
Yeah, Jim.
Jesus, Corey. What's going on?
Well, we shot this big buffalo, and it went in this really thick grass, and then, these things don't want to die, and it was a war.
Where is he? On the right, going right. All by himself.
So we just shot this buffalo, and we were running out of light. I had a really good shot. I took it, but man, these things take some lead. And he's right on the top of the hill, and now we're in the most dangerous situation that we can have. I reckon this is his tracks here.
But everybody's safe, eh?
We're all safe. It was crazy. Yeah, it was hit very good and it just wouldn't die.
Well, where are you right now?
Come to about probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and when we're right here.
Corey Knowlton, do not do that to me ever again.
Oh, look at the size of the buckle.
It's great, dude. It's unbelievable. I'm sorry I freaked you out so bad,
Yeah,
brother.
no kidding. Don't do that again.
I know you were worried about me.
Uncharted is a program about hunting, but its essence is about the journey, the discovery, the exploration. And what we learned along the way over this last year is that you don't need to go to the corners of the earth to find an uncharted place. It can be as close as a place that's a challenge for you personally, a place that maybe you're afraid to go, a place that may be foreboding until you actually get there and then learn about it. And that's what we found on the west coast of British Columbia, looking for the black bears that feed on the salmon that come up to spawn every fall, walking through that temperate rainforest so close to those magnificent animals. And we learned about the balance of nature.
In a lot of places, Jim. But this place here is something really special and really neat about it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just the way the light hits it, and you've kept it from me for all these years, Jim. I'm kind of a little bit upset that we ain't been here before.
This is my cathedral.
So.
This is where, young man, you learn reverence.
Well, yeah, if you don't learn it here, you're not going to learn it anywhere.
I always feel sad about that. Look at them, right? Look how much they change in form, just their teeth. And then they literally start to rot.
This one spawned already?
Yeah, he's done. He's just in the last legs. This is what the bears are waiting for, eh? Every year. And these salmon coming up, they ensure the survival of their species, but also of the bears. And the seagulls, the eagles, millions, tens of millions of salmon come into these rivers, spawn, die.
We're just in the middle of the cycle right now.
Yeah. That perfect balance of life begetting death, begetting life, begetting death, and to be part of that balance, to embrace it, and hopefully to give insight into what hunting's all about. It's not just about the kill. It's about discovery. It's about learning, and it's about pushing your own personal envelope. Looks like a bigger bear. No, it's a sow and a cub. I could hear the bear. There's that's warning me off. So I came into the rainforest here and found the bear. But it's a big, giant sow with last year's cub. There she goes. She is not happy. They've climbed the trees, not to get away from us, but to get away from big boars. That's what they think we are down here. They've never seen humans here. That is so fantastic to see that bear. It's right now 10 yards away from me. We almost bumped into it coming down the creek. Really fortunate that she thought we were another big boar, or else, well, I didn't want to think about her else. I mean, to be this close to a spectacular, magnificent, wild beast There's no words to describe it. You have to experience it yourself.
What do you think? It's a great big boar.
It's hard to tell it's laying there.
It's so tucked up in there.
Yeah, you can't tell the size. You don't know how long. I'm gonna get as close as I can. I'll make a decision. As close out.
Really good, clean shot. He's tucked himself back into the trees there and he's laying down. He's still there, he's still watching Jim. He's coming back up. This stuff with an arrow, it's so thick. If I don't make a perfect shot, you know, I don't even want to think about that. It's gonna happen right now.
Holy smokes. I couldn't shoot the first time. I was like 15 yards away from him. And I couldn't shoot because he was, well, I could have, but I wanted it perfect. Thanks, Corey.
No problem, man.
Thanks, guys.
Real pleasure.
Thanks, brother.
Every true hunter knows that hunting isn't just about getting an animal, and nor is it just about the area that animal lives. Oftentimes, it's more about the camaraderie, about the interaction with the people that you're hunting with, and about the choices you make with those people. You may not even know them. You may never have met them before. So you've got to find a common ground where you make choices based on their knowledge and on your knowledge. It's challenging. It puts people outside of their comfort zone.
This is a tough choice because as much as I believe in this gun and the setup I got, I also am very aware of the reality. We got 2 days left and this is our chance at ibex. We aren't gonna have another chance at ibex. This is our ibex right now.
Amor Beg says he can take Corey for 400 meters.
Well, then I think he should take us to 400 meters and we end this deal.
Ну что, когда это надо делать?
So right now, this is it. This is the whole shebang. Our guide has figured out how to get us within 400, and I think I'm ready.
This is real dangerous, no crap. So we're having to make sure we dig this part of our boot in. Or we can fly down here, slide down here and die.
It's that simple. Getting there, we're 500 yards, a little bit less right now. We probably need to get down to these rocks, and I kind of think that's about all we're going to be able to do. You hear people talk about the death zone or whatever, all that crap. This is the death zone. We go over, we're dead. Now we're as far as we can go. It's as dangerous as I'm willing to let it get for all of us at this point. I just got to take a cross canyon shot. That's all there is to it. It's not what I want to do, but I don't want to carry a dead person out or be the dead person carried out or all of us be dead. So that's our choices right now. Grab my legs.
Are you still on him, Brad? It's the bottom right one. Now they're moving. Okay, just wait.
Ready, go. It was dead rest. I don't know what happened. It just missed. It happens. Crap. There went our hunt. I felt really good about the shot. I wouldn't have took it. It was a real sharp angle. It was 436 yards as the crow flies, hold for about 380. I felt really good, especially when it read through my rangefinder, when it read 379. I was like, I feel like I got this. Guess I didn't.
While we were in Kyrgyzstan, the midway point of our year of adventure, we reached a spot that every explorer, every mountaineer, every outdoorsman eventually finds himself in, and that's the point of no return. And that's what happened to Corey in Kyrgyzstan. He had to make a decision. Was he going to follow the path of Uncharted into an unknown future, and possibly a dangerous future, or was he going to go home to his family?
No, I understand, honey. I love you. And I don't want you and the kids and all the family upset and worried about me for 3 weeks. No, I know he's in a total different spot. And have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. I just hope he understands everything. I've got to deliver this message on top of what happened today. Well, I missed. You've put up with me going to a lot of bad places and even there, so I understand. All right, I wish I was there with you now. I love you too. Bye. No, she's all upset about the stuff in Pakistan, about the hikers and stuff that were killed.
Have you not talked about this before with her?
Well, I mean, I've talked about it 1,000,000 times, Brand, but I don't want my wife and I don't want my kids ever to think that they're not the most important, ever.
I don't have a family, I don't have any kids or a wife or anything like you do, so I'm not even going to pretend to be able to tell you anything about that, but I can tell you that the only person that should be making this choice is you.
I know. Yeah, outside of my immediate family, y'all are the rest of my family. She's never, ever asked me not to go anywhere. I don't want her sitting there 3 weeks worrying about it, Jim, and I don't want to let you down either, so I'm in a position now that whatever I do, if I go or don't go, I'm disappointing somebody.
You can't think like that, Corey. You have one priority in your position right now, one responsibility, and that's to your family.
Yeah.
It's not to me, it's hunting.
Good luck.
Corey, and don't worry about letting me down in Pakistan, because you're not, but I actually have far more respect for you when you walk away from the obsession to take care of your responsibilities as a father and a husband.
Okay.
I'll send you a postcard from the
Islamabad.
That's right, from the K2 Massive. Say, Corey.
Amir, yeah.
That's right.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all things. Thank you for this meal, and thank you for the one who prepared it.
Lord, thank you for allowing each one of us to be here safely. Lord, thank you for the beautiful blessing of your sweet son, Jesus. Thank you for all of our families and our friends. Lord, please allow Jim to be safe and to make it home safely to his family. In Jesus' sweet name we pray.
Amen.
I absolutely knew when I headed into Pakistan, when I grew a beard and dressed in the shalwar kameez and the topi sindhi, that I would be getting some negative reaction from some viewers. In fact, at the beginning, it was about 50-50 for and against. But my intention was never to offend anybody. My intention was never to go there as a representative of the West. My intention was to go there as an explorer on a journey of discovery, to find out personally, feet on the ground, what's it really like there? What are the people really like there? And contrary to what a lot of people would like to believe about the rest of the people on this magnificent planet, most people are good. This town, it's crazy. If you can see the people in the background behind me, everybody's staring at us. It's wild, the colors, the action, the people, the noise. It's beautiful. We're entering a traditional village here in Pakistan, in the Sindh province. Fantastic by every definition. Did I get everybody? We're going to see something special and unique.
Moonshine.
Moonshine?
Yeah. Moonshine? Moonshine.
Oh, you can smell it, eh?
Yeah.
That's moonshine?
It's not distilled yet. From bark of this tree.
From the bark of that tree?
Acacia.
This is one of the opaque red wines. I'll try this thing. Oh yeah, it definitely needs a couple days, eh?
Yeah.
That was purely, the first drink was curiosity, the second and third was purely to be thankful for their generosity. The acacia bark wine. Whoa. Yeah, strong would be a good way to describe it, yeah. Look at the buffalo. They're small, eh?
This one is a small one.
This is truly traditional agriculture-based village. It's like walking into this land 1,000 years ago. It's crazy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, amazing. This is Pakistan, but a Pakistan that we don't see much of over in North America. And that's a real Muslim village. These people don't hate. I mean, you can train anybody to hate if you give them incomprehensible loss, a hurt of that loss, then you create hate, which is fear. But they're just simple people that farm the land. Beautiful, simple people. One of the things that really struck me on my journey to Pakistan was how culturally different they are from us over here in the West. An example would be the border guard change at the border between Pakistan and India. I mean, you wouldn't see that over here, that pomp and ceremony and pageantry and animosity between two nuclear powers that border on each other that was palpable. see the patriotism here in Pakistan. And that's the side of Pakistan you don't hear about in our press over in North America. Imagine a land where the climate is so brutal, it's the extreme edge of where humankind can survive. That land is the home of the Inuit, the high Arctic. Our Arctic journey was really a two-part journey. The first was in the Western Arctic, and it was to take part in a traditional muskox hunt. Traditional is a relative word. The Inuit are assimilating, so they're not on dog sleds anymore for their hunting. They're using snow machines. But it wasn't for us to judge that. It was only for us to observe. Well, this is what they do. This is how they've survived, and their relationship with nature can never be questioned by one of us from the South. How can we? How can we have the right to do that? These are a wonderful people that have hung on to their traditional values in spite of the push of our modern civilization. You know, they've fought to retain those values. And I think that's something to be commended, something that we should all support and should never, ever judge. This tiny little house, it looks like it was almost a mobile trailer at one time, is the home to the oldest lady in Arctic Bay in this community. She's supposed to be in her 90s, and if anybody remembers the old days and the old legends, the stories, and has a sense of the traditions, it'll be her, I'm hoping. Okay? Born in Arctic Bay?
Near Chesterfield Inlet.
Near Chesterfield Inlet?
Outside of Chester.
Outside of Chesterfield, on the land?
Yes.
And before snow machines?
She started coming here from Igloolik when there was only 2 houses here in Arctic Bay.
Oh, really?
This Ulu used to use to scrape fat off from scale.
From like polar bear, yeah, okay.
She'll demonstrate.
Okay. So there.
Or you can also hold it like that and cut it like that.
Okay. So if they're making mitts, they'd cut a shape for the mitt and then sew it up.
Yes. That can be used for anything. Like if the skin is very hard and dry.
Oh, then they break it down. Okay. So it's kind of the same as this one.
Yeah, but stronger.
But stronger and curved blade on it.
Yes. What she used every day, very important for her.
That one is a very important one.
Yeah.
Okay. This fat?
Yes. And that fat.
Right here?
Yeah. Our seal meat.
Seal meat fat, okay.
She's now pumping it to make the fire bigger.
The fire bigger, okay, so she makes it bigger, make it warmer.
Yeah.
Ah.
She's turning thermostat higher.
That's a thermostat.
She cooks everything with that.
She cooks that too?
She makes pancakes, she makes tea, hot water.
Oh, from the hook here?
Yes.
Oh, so she hangs right over top. Oh, it's hot. It's actually hot, eh? And she made that from hanging on the hook.
She'll give you a pancake made from kudlik.
Made from kudlik. Kudlik bannock.
That bannock's made out of meat.
And she made this herself?
Yes.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, one last thing before I head off into the wildlands and start filming the second season of Uncharted, and that's that I'd like to thank the Outdoor Channel. Thank them for believing in Uncharted, for giving Uncharted a chance. I'd also like to thank the sponsors, because without the sponsors' support, we couldn't have filmed the first season, let alone the second season. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you, the viewers, for tuning in each week. And I promise we'll do our best to make the second season of Uncharted even better than the first season.